It's a numbers game. Hi, welcome to the beginning of a short week, or maybe it's the end of the week. So hello to you that are enjoying the holiday portion of a short week. Thanksgiving. Yay, Thanksgiving, turkey. I'm going to just put in, I need to talk about turkey just for 1 second, outside the fact that everyone knows Ben Franklin loves the bird, because he's weird. Turkey. It tastes okay. It's not like the food I would ever choose, but what is so cool about the Thanksgiving meal with the stuffing and the turkey and the other things is that it's a wonderful vehicle for gravy. Yet no turkey, if you make real gravy, will yield enough of the necessary juices to make enough gravy to get the whole bird down. So we need to create new fat turkeys that have a little bit more fat so we can have more gravy so that the whole thing will work better together. Go scientists, be merry, and create the Franken turkey that will make me happy. Back to games, because I spent too much time not talking about games. So last week we're kind of it was the final push of major games being released, and that was the wham bam of Assassin's Creed 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. It sounds like Assassin's Creed 2 did phenomenally well in the first week, which, quality notwithstanding, I thought they might have a little bit of a tougher time in this economic climate with Call of Duty coming out just the week before. But kudos to all you guys up there in Montreal. Left 4 Dead is probably doing just fine. I didn't see any numbers on it. So both of these games got a 4 out of 5, and that caused a great deal of consternation, confusion, and just kind of spittle throwing on our message boards. I'm not going to pick up, and read off all the comments and stuff like that. A lot of it seemed to come down to the fact that these games, their prior iterations got 5 out of 5s. These got 4 out of 5s, despite the fact that within these reviews, there were many salient points made, and many times that there were large improvements over the previous version. I know this can be confusing. I'll be frank, this is confusing to, or not confusing, this is very upsetting to certain people here, but it really comes down to one thing. These reviews were reviewed by people other than the ones who reviewed them the first time. It kind of just brings to heart just, that whole unpleasantness that does surround game reviews. And as I've said numerous times and will continue to, I hate having the numerical scores, but we seem to be just sort of addicted that somehow we need to have numbers so we can posit a value on something. And so there's an economy so we can comment on these. And of course, we create these imperfect situations where everyone's like, I don't understand. But simply put, games are reviewed by different people. Secondly, just because one thing begets one thing, it's once again not scientific. It doesn't mean that if that gets a 5 and it has improvements, the next one gets a 5. Times change, opinions change, tastes change. You can find many examples. I cannot tell you how many sequels, pretty much in movies or books or anything like that, fed the same need as the first one, but the need had changed. I'm not explaining what those reviews are about, because I think they're both excellently written reviews that make a fine case for where they're going. But these incidents always crop up about 3 or 4 times a year, and it just leaves me frustrated and somewhat saddened at the logic that sometimes is put on, because it treats the review process as if it's somehow scientific. As if we can just look at, okay, it's gymnastics, where it's like you come in with a potential 10 points and we're just going to nick you off. It's like those asshole friends that I have that when you go to dinner with them and the waiter does something wrong, like, well, I'm going to take 5 cents away from that. That's a dick move. Don't do that. Really, find some authority, some other aspect of life. But really what it comes down to, it is, as we've said many times, it's a matter of opinion. More importantly, the 4 is not a bad score. The 4 is trying to say this is a very good game. It just does not have a je ne sais quoi. It does not have certain aspects to the reviewer that put it in what is more of a rarefied category, which is that of the 5 out of 5. Honestly, if you put your hand over the number and you read the reviews, I bet most of you would actually probably not dispute that the claims are being made. It's only when suddenly what someone has worked on for quite some time to put all that text together and then has to sort of encompass it in just an arbitrary numerical figure, it does create some challenges. I am currently working on something that helps give some definition to what the number scores are and what they sort of mean here, with some FAQs for a lot of the stuff that always seems to come up when we review games. Hopefully that will give some guidance. I'm not naive. It will just probably just flame the fires. For some of you guys out there that do seem to get it, and want to engage in some more interesting discussions about what works and what doesn't work in games, kudos to all of you. To those of you who are so obsessed with numbers, honestly, just take a step back. Really, we're not trying to insult you. We're not trying to somehow say that your taste is bad if you feel differently. We are doing our reviews. We're publicizing our opinions. You are welcome to do the same. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you don't score your mom's meal.